Hi.
Hi.
Did you want to do the
Okay, we'll do the what?
intro? Like what you talked about?
Okay. I'm Sabrina.
I'm Annarose.
For those of you who don't know, because
Yeah.
sometimes we forget to.
Actually, every time we forget.
Every time we always forget to say our name, so I'm Sabrina.
Yeah, and in the description box, it's Rosebud and then I'm
Mm-hmm.
because that's how our Twitters work.
I guess. So.
Honestly, this video is long overdue.
It is.
Our Got7 fan meet experience. Where do we even begin?
Okay. Let's start with when we get there. At the fan meet itself.
Like when we first went in?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because.
Everything leading up to that was a little hectic.
Yeah, it was just, it'll be a really, really long if we start from what we got there. It'll be mostly ranting on Subculture's part.
Just like the beginning, though.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else was
fine.
Yeah.
Everything else ran pretty smoothly.
So, okay, we're in the venue.
And we have P2 tickets for those of you that didn't know, so we had a guaranteed high touch.
Yes. But for me, it kind of sucked just a bit. Because of the fact that I'm really short, and we were like more towards the back, so I couldn't really see. But I found like spots here and there throughout the fan meet to actually see.
So I'm really tall.
Yeah, she was really tall, so
I got to see over. I apologize if anyone who was behind me. Behind me. Anyway, that was behind me that couldn't see because of me. I'm really sorry.
Oh, and I feel like I should apologize. There was I think she was a Chinese Got7. She was behind me and she was like trying to record and I think she was like talking into a mic, like translating everything that they were doing.
I think she was a Jackson fan site.
Yeah, I think she was too.
Because she had Jackson everything.
Yeah,
she was like translating everything they said.
Yeah, she stood behind me because of the fact that I'm really short, so it was easy for her to get like videos. But I was that person with like my light stick up in the air, just like going hard, and I hit her phone a few times. So I'm really sorry. Like, I kept apologizing each time I did it, but I still feel really bad. So yeah.
That's what happens when you're in a pit, though.
Yeah.
When it's a pit, all standing, it gets a little hectic.
But I mean, it was still worth it.
Yeah.
It honestly was
actually
worth it.
really scared of doing pit, only because there were so many like horror stories and stuff about it. And then I thought about it, I'm like, well, we're not seeing like Metallica or like a rock band. We're gonna see Got7.
Yeah, because usually the pit is really bad because people push forward a lot. But luckily what Subculture did is they separated P1, P2, and P3. So it's like everyone had their own little sections and they had like the metal bars. So there wasn't as much pushing.
And one of my friends, Amber, she was standing in P3, and she said that P3 was horrible.
Yeah.
And she hated it was like, I don't know, because I wasn't there, so I don't know what she experienced, but for us, P2,
there was a lot of room, like, in that section still, so we didn't have to push forward as much. And even then, like, the section that we were in, everyone was super nice. Yeah. So it's like, they would let you kind of, like, not, like, be on top of them, but, like, they would let you in.
Yeah, even if, like, there was, like, a girl coming in, like, I would kind of move a little bit, or, like, even this one, like, there was a bunch of space in front of us, I literally pushed her in front of me to get closer, because I'm really tall. She was kind of, like, short, maybe a little bit taller than you, so I, like, literally pushed her, like, go to the front, I'm gonna block your view if you don't move.
I just stood by her, because I don't like getting lost in crowds, and, since she was recording, I could, like, see in through her camera. Like on her phone. I actually did that a lot throughout the fan meet. I would look at people's cameras once I couldn't see anything.
It's so sad because I knew I used to do one of my old concerts, I would do that. Like, instead of watching the performance, I was just watching the recording of the performance, and it's not as good.
Yeah.
It's not as good as seeing them real life and just seeing. It's like, it's like when you go back and you watch it, it's like, this is my concert. This is what I saw. I didn't see actually them.
Like, I could see them here and there, but most of the time I really couldn't, so that's what I had to do. But I mean, it didn't really bother me because I've just come to accept that I'm really short and that's really my only option. But the fan meet was still really great.
It was really good.
So much screaming, so much dancing. Like,
everyone
I
was
feel
fucking singing on top of their lungs.
Everyone went so hard. It was amazing.
It's Got7. You can't. How can you not go hard to Got7?
True. Okay, the songs that they did. Boom Boom Boom.
Oh my god! Don't even get me started on Boom Boom Boom.
Fucking J-Bomb.
Double B. I literally
That's what she was waiting for!
I literally screamed that! I was like, guys, Double B! I was so freaking I was so hyped for that.
I love Boom Boom Boom. Like, that's one of my favorite tracks off the album. So as soon as I heard that intro, I'm like, yes!
Put a video here. Because I got Boom Boom Boom.
Yes. That was everything. It was so good.
No, the beginning, when they did the slow songs, they did...
Oh.
Hold Your Hand?
Yeah, Hold Your Hand.
And... Oh my god, if.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's if.
So,
because I just think of Yu-Gi-Oh! Sexy Dance.
Oh.
That boy.
Yeah, they started off the fan meet with like the slower songs, and it was amazing. As soon as they sang Hold Your Hand, I'm just like, yes.
Everyone was just like...
Like, I wanted to cry.
It was really good.
And then they did Boom Boom Boom. That's not the order they did them in, but those are we're trying to remember the songs. They did Home Run.
But that was, at the end.
Yeah, towards the end. They did Hard Carry. They even did Fly, didn't they?
They did Fly.
They did Fly. That's it?
Just Right.
Oh, Just Right.
Because you gotta do Just Right.
Yeah, you always have to do Just Right. So they did like 7 songs.
Yeah.
But all of them, questions.
They did 7 songs. Just kidding.
I wonder if they each chose...
No, I don't think they would have chosen on purpose.
That would have been
their
cool,
title
though.
songs.
That would have been cool, though. Like, I want to do this one. Oh, but I want to do this one. Anyways, I'm pretty sure y'all have heard about the questions that they got asked, and Jackson's whole daddy thing, and the lap dance, and thighs. And...
I have that video, so...
Yeah. That was... Okay, but as soon as he said the whole daddy thing,
I'm like... Why are you so daddy? I was like... Markson confirmed?
I'm like, calm it down there, Jackson. Just calm it down there just a bit.
Markson confirmed?
Honestly, there was so much... Okay, Mark's giggle. Mark's giggle in person.
It's so cute.
Okay, have y'all seen the whole, like...
Why are you asking have y'all? I don't think they would answer back.
Well, whatever. It's just habit, okay? But the story about how fairies are made, like through the whole Tinkerbell thing.
Yeah.
With the baby's laugh, that's literally Mark's laugh. Like, that's how I imagine. He like, laughs and fairies are born.
Like 500 fairies are born.
Yes.
By a single laugh.
Just by one Mark laugh, 1,000 fairies are born. That's all I thought of. His laugh is amazing.
His laugh is so cute.
Yes, it kind of reminds me a bit of like bells or like jingles.
Yeah, it does.
His laugh is so cute though. Like in
so
person,
cute. He's so cute. Mark
Jay.
is also very
Young Jay. We finally got Young Jay.
He's freaking good looking.
They all are.
His voice. Were you there? Okay, yeah, you were there, but I don't know if you heard me. But
I think I did.
Boom, 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 and towards the end, when he was being extra with that note, I literally yelled out, "Fuck me up, Young Jay."
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's in the video too.
The girl next to me heard me too, and she was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Fuck me up, Young Jay."
You might have got me yelling in one of your videos.
I have you yelling in a lot of my videos.
I'm pretty sure, honestly, it probably, well, of course, it probably was JV's part, but I'm pretty sure I yelled during, like, Yugim's sexy dance.
Everyone yelled during Yugim's
like,
sexy
usually,
dance.
I'm completely against Yugim's sexy dance, but, I mean, seeing it live...
It's something else.
You can't help but yell, fuck it up. You can't help but yell, fuck it up. Like, you have to yell that.
Freaking Young Jay was like, who?
I know, Young Jay was so cute.
So
like,
cute.
He was an actual sunshine. He really was.
Like,
I liked his laugh. He laughs with his entire body. And it's just so, like, loud, and Young Jay, his laugh is amazing. All of their laughs. Jaewoong was so extra that day, though. Like, for the fan meet and then for the pictures, he was so extra. I think Jinyoung was a bit more calm.
Yeah.
He was the calm one. Mark, of course, was quiet.
Jackson and Bam Bam.
Yeah, Jackson and Bam Bam were just all over the place. But when aren't they all over the place? They're extra AF. I think Mark laughed a lot during the fan meet.
He did.
That's why we were like
super giggly.
That's why we're so like, Mark's laugh. There wasn't really much other than that. I mean, I feel like what we need to talk about more is the high touch.
Yeah, high touches.
We had high touch.
Okay.
You start, since you have to start with your mess up.
Okay, If you guys have ever been to High Touch, you know you are not allowed to record at all. I tried.
She tried. And you know, oh, wait, pause.
Okay.
Going back to it, I probably could have recorded.
You probably could have. They probably wouldn't have been able to tell.
My purse, because in my purse, I have like a little pocket in the back, and I had my phone there anyways. And out of habit, I was like just holding it out, and I looked down once when she was trying to put her phone away, and I'm like, I could record. But it didn't hit me until like the very end, though. But now I know for future High Touch events. Continue.
And so I put it in this pocket over here.
And they were on this side. So it's like she's there and this is them because the table.
Yeah, like this is Annarose's Got7 and I'm me. And then like there's a table.
Yeah,
or whatever,
so
right?
her phone was in this pocket.
My phone was in this pocket. I was wearing red boyfriend jeans, so it was like kind of tied up here or whatever. And so I'll tell you why, like them being tight has to do with what later. So excuse me. I put it in there. I started recording as soon as the line started walking because I'm like, I'm not gonna risk it trying to take it out and press record. And I had enough memory to do it. So the video itself is 8 minutes long. So most of it is just like me going through. And then going up the steps, I see, okay, we see Got7 and we're like my hands start shaking.
Oh, the order.
Like, in the order, it was Jinyoung, Youngjae, JB, Jackson, Bam Bam, Yuya, Mark. That was the order.
Yes.
And so I'm there recording and I'm like, oh my god, whatever. And like I'm just trying to mentally prepare myself. And I'm walking in and it's like first before Jinyoung, it's a staff member and she's from Subculture. And I passed her and I was about to like high five Jinyoung when she's like, man, put your phone in your other pocket. And I was like, and I was gonna do it. I wasn't gonna risk getting kicked out of line and I was just like, okay. And then so I moved it over to my other pocket.
But she was looking down and she couldn't get it in the pocket.
Because my pants were tight now. I was like, I had to like literally pull the pocket to try to stuff my... Because I have an iPhone 6s Plus.
Yeah.
It's a huge ass phone. So I was trying to put it in my pocket and I made a big mistake. I looked up because the way High Touches work, you have to be like consistent. Like everyone, it's like, it's a line just continuing. And the person that was in front of me, I didn't see their feet anymore, and it freaked me out. So when I looked up, he was already, the person in front of me was already by
like Jackson.
By Jackson. So it had that big gap. So I looked up, I see that gap, and I see all of Got7 turn their head like
from JB, Youngjae, and Jinyoung.
Like they're all looking at me. No, like the whole line.
Oh, the whole line?
The whole line because
I only saw JB to Jinyoung.
Well, up to Jackson because then the other. But then they all looked because like they're like, why is there a gap? And I looked up and I started shaking. And I was like, oh my god, like my hands were like going like this. Like it was crazy. And so I was like, oh crap. And when I was putting my phone in my pocket, I was getting really, really nervous. So I started walking forward, like taking steps forward.
The hand though. The hand. You can't forget the hand.
Exactly, that's where I'm going.
You're like building up to it so much.
Building up to it. So I'm walking, taking little steps, and then I see a hand wave in front of me. I look up, and I just see Jinyoung's face right there. And he's leaned over Youngjae and JB like, hello! And I'm like...
He literally leaned over the table and put his hand in her face like, don't forget me. And then you have Youngjae like losing it, and JB's just looking at her like, really?
They're like laughing their asses. Freaking Youngjae was laughing his ass off at me.
Youngjae thought it was the funniest thing in the world.
And I was just, I guess because my face, I looked like, oh, God, Jinyoung is so freaking good looking.
He is.
I forgot my name. I forgot where I was from. I forgot everything.
We said this in our blog. Like, Jinyoung's visuals, it's completely understandable why they call him a prince.
He legit looked at me like a
looks
prince.
Like a
and
prince.
I was like, did I say it out? I don't know if I said it out loud or if I thought it, but I was like, Jinyoung. Like, that was the only coherent thought I had.
I don't even know.
Was Jinyoung.
Honestly, I saw Jinyoung and, like, the world disappeared. I just
literally.
saw Jinyoung. That's literally, like, my first reaction.
Face and, like, every fucking... Oh, like, anime!
Yes! In animes, like, it's just the one guy and cherry blossoms everywhere and everything else is blurry. That's what you see when you look at Jinyoung.
And his face, he was like...
I know, he's like, don't forget me.
He's like, hello! And I'm just like...
But we actually made a joke about it. Because what did you do the first high touch you went to?
Oh, I was like, okay.
Her first high touch.
My first high touch, well, I was by myself. And I told, the order was, I still remember what the order was. It was Yu-Gi-Oh, JB, Jackson, Mark, Bam Bam, and Jin Young because
Young Jae wasn't there.
Young Jae wasn't there. He was sick. And I told Bam Bam I love you, and I told Jin Young bye. I was like, bye, Junior.
That's when he still went by Junior.
That's when we still went by Junior. You know, I'm not like one of those people. Like, he still went by Junior. And then he changed whatever, right? All that happened. So, we were joking around, like, maybe he was like, oh, this is the bitch that told me bye in Dallas.
That was our ongoing joke the entire trip.
Which probably wasn't true, because he probably didn't even remember who I was.
But I know, I didn't let her live that down. I'm like, he probably thought, oh, this is that bitch that told me bye. I'm gonna make sure she doesn't forget me now.
And then he went from the last to being in the front, be like, nah,
he's like, she's not gonna tell me bye.
No, but that probably didn't happen. We were just joking around. We were fucking around. It was funny. And then so I look at Jin Young and I was like, I think I said I'm sorry. I don't even remember what I said. I feel like I said I'm sorry.
I was just looking at Jin
And then just like he went from this to like full blown smiling. I was like. And then I went to Young Jae. Young Jae was just laughing and like...
He was still laughing for my turn too. I was behind
he thought her. I was so... That's when you were talking about his laugh and I was like, I made him laugh. I made him lose his shit because I'm stupid.
He was still laughing when I went up to him too. So he must have thought it was really funny.
You do my face though. I bet it's because it's my face when I looked up and I saw them all staring at me. And then it goes to JB.
I'm forever salty. Go.
Because JB, okay, those you don't know, he was feeling sick, whatever, because he had
a sore throat.
He had a sore throat, so he hasn't been feeling well. So we talked about before the concert, we were going to tell him to get better soon.
Yeah.
And in my video that I have, because I'm still, all of this is still recorded.
Yeah,
it's
so
just
you can
in my pocket,
hear everything.
But it's just in my other pocket. And I told him, and I stuttered because I was so nervous because like JB was just like looking at me with his face.
JB.
And it's JB, and JB's fucking hot. And so I was really nervous, and then I was just, I said, hope you feel, and then I stuttered like, oh, get better soon. But I made sure like I said it really loud so he can hear me and understand me clearly. Because I learned that like with my other friends and stuff, like for them to understand I have to say it clearly and stuff, like with Shiho.
Yeah.
So I did it in that voice, if you will. And he looked at me and he smiled really big and he nodded. And then I see Jackson out of the corner of my eye and he's looking at him and looking at me. And then looks at him back at me. And then I go to him and he was like, thank you. And I'm like, dead.
But let me tell you what happened when I went up. Okay, because I went up to Jin Young and honestly, like, I didn't say anything because it's Jin Young and the whole anime thing happened. And then Young Jae was still laughing at her. So I just like shook his hand. But then it's JB. And I love JB. Like, he's one of my top 5 biases. And I'm just like, okay, like I completely forgot about the whole get better soon thing because everything was going by real fast. So I'm like, okay, I can only tell him one thing. So I'm like, I love you so much. But then since he gave her attention, he just like completely ignored me. He didn't even look at me. And I guess Jackson...
What was he looking at? If he
the person behind me.
Oh shit, he was already moved on.
Yeah, he already moved on to the person behind me. I was so sad and I guess Jackson heard me. So he literally like... From how you go, like, member to member, instead of me going to Jackson, he just, like, reached for my hand, and then he grabbed my hand with his other hand, and he just, like, shook it, and he was, like, leaning over, and gave me, like, the biggest smile in the world, and I was just so happy. Like, honestly, I was so hurt afterwards when I realized that JV did not give me any attention, but then Jackson just made everything so much better, because he gave me all the attention in the world. So it's, like, I was joking with her, I'm like, J-Bum who? I only know a Jackson. That's the only person I know. And so that made it better. I'm still mad that happened.
And but, I'm sorry that I don't know, like I don't know, was it my good nature inside of me? I'm like, I have to tell JB to feel better.
Either that or it was the whole height thing.
The height thing. Oh, also, me and Got7 are eye level.
Yeah, and I'm not.
We're legit eye level. I have to look down for Bam Bam. Anyway, so at Jackson it was Bam Bam, and I'm like, okay, high key in freaking Dallas. I told him I love you. He smiled, held my hand, and then next person. So like I was still really like about what had happened earlier that I just like hi Bam Bam. Like I didn't even like anything. I was just like hi Bam Bam, and I go to Yu-Gi-Oh and I'm like hi Yu-Gi-Oh. And then Yu-Gi-Oh, you know, he smiled and like that. And I go to Mark, and then. Mark was wearing his hood, right?
Yeah.
He's wearing his hood. He was looking down, then he looked up, and I was like, Like one of those K-drama look down, look ups, and I'm like, God damn it, Mark.
And then the same thing for me, like after Jackson, I just kind of like, I didn't brush right by like Yugyeom and Bam Bam, but I don't like remember really saying anything to them because I was like, Jackson like grabbed my hand. But then with Mark, he was kind of leaning over for everyone. Like he was leaning over the table just a bit and he like grabbed your hand and he's like, thank you for coming, or like he was just being really sweet. So of course like I got like eye contact with Mark, which I was really surprised because I'm really short and I was able to look Mark in the eye.
I was legit, me and Mark were like this.
And it was like, Mark was so sweet. He really
so sweet. He was all like, thank you. And I'm like,
yeah, he's like,
no,
thank you. Thanks for coming and stuff like that.
Also, I almost fell down the stairs.
I saw that.
And I don't know why.
That was funny. I was like,
even like the staff was like, are you okay? And I'm like,
I was like behind her and
no, because I missed a step. Like it wasn't because I was like nervous or anything.
I think it's because when you go downstairs, you go down really fast.
I go down really that's just me. I just go down.
She does everything really fast.
I go up really fast. I go down really fast. And like I don't know what happened, but I grabbed onto the thing and I almost fell. I feel like Got7 because
they gave you a horse.
They gave me a horse, something, man. Because when I grabbed onto the thing, it made kind of a loud noise because it was metal. And I'm like, if they look back, they saw me like, oh, this bitch almost fell for us.
Jinyoung's like, this bitch is just a hot mess today.
God, you made me a fucking hot mess. Thank you.
But that was like
legit a hot mess. I feel really hot.
It was a hot mess.
I was a hot mess, and that's because I was so calm.
Yeah,
going to the fan meet.
I was the one that was a bit more nervous for high touch. Like I was behind her, and I like whenever I'm really nervous, I always grab onto her. So I just kept doing that to the back of her sweater.
Dude, like just breathe. Like don't have an anxiety attack or anything. We don't need that right now.
We did not need that.
We did not need that.
And then she ended up being the hot mess in the end.
I feel like that you have that because once freaking Jinyoung goes to you,
he's like in
your full attention in your face, being an anime prince. Like it's a whole other level.
True. But I feel like that calmed me down just a bit because I'm like, oh, this bitch is like a mess, so I'm good.
But a lot of people are like, look at this hot mess. A lot of followers.
Imagine if they saw you from the whole phone incident to the very end of the stairs, like, oh, this bitch is a mess. Like, get her out of here.
Like, she's not allowed to any of our stuff in the future. Like, get out. I'm sorry.
That's how our high touch went. So her basically like her good point of the high touch was probably Jinyoung and JB, and then mine was just Jackson. Oh, and Mark, because Mark's an angel.
Mark is an angel.
Mark literally looks like an angel up close. Like
he's.
Yes, they're all like, whoa. Okay, and we were actually talking about this after the fan meet. Like a lot of people get really upset that they like whitewash Got7. They're actually pretty white.
Pretty pale.
Like the darkest ones are Bam Bam and Jackson, and they're like around my color, and I'm like a light medium.
She's tan. Like,
yeah, I'm pretty.
They're
tan.
not my color. If y'all are like they're so whitewashed and natural color, and I look at them, I'm like, dude, that's like my color.
Yeah.
There's no freaking way
that they're like that dark.
That they're this dark. There's no freaking way.
Yeah. So people shouldn't really get that upset.
No, because they really are that pale.
Yeah. Especially like Jinyoung and Mark.
Even if like they say it's makeup and stuff, like even their arms. Right?
Yeah, because the only ones that were like really covered up were Jinyoung and Mark. Mm-hmm. Oh, and JB, because JB had a jacket too. Mm-hmm. The rest of them just had their sweaters.
And even that at the Fly in Dallas, like they had muscle shirts.
Yeah,
Jackson and Mark had
muscle shirts.
Muscle shirts, so you can see like how.
And the rest of them just only Jinyoung was he was the only one that was covered. He had a flannel on top, but the rest of them just had the shirts, and they were still pretty white.
Bless you. So
people shouldn't get that mad about the whole whitewashing thing.
Yeah. Unless they're like super.
Yeah, unless they're like super
like
pale.
Like there's some where like they look like vampires. Yeah. It's like okay, yeah, no, you white. You look like a sheet of paper.
Yeah, like
you white. Wash the fuck out of them.
They're just really light.
They're just really
like I feel like saying that they're white isn't the right.
I say pale. I've been saying pale.
Yeah, they're really
pale. Right.
But yeah, that was. I like honestly, I will never get over Jackson.
I'll never get over Young Jay laughing his ass off at me.
True. Like, you can actually hear his laugh, though.
He was, like, just laughing at me, and I'm just like...
Like, he even had to, like, slapping his knees and turning around. Like, he was
like,
going
he was
so hard. He thought it was the funniest thing. I'm like, dang, Young Jay. And that's because, didn't he say a girl that can make him laugh?
Yeah, a girl that can make him laugh. And I'm like,
they asked the ideal type question.
Like, hey.
Right here.
Hit me up. And you don't have that dating bed anymore, so.
True.
Hit me up.
True. No, and then we were also making fun of the fact, because our goal, like, with our outfits was to have, like, our biases shook. So I wanted to have J-Bum shook, and she wanted to have Bam Bam shook. But
not so much me. Like, I literally wore ripped jeans.
Yeah.
And a sweater.
You looked cute, though.
I did look cute, though.
I think mine was a bit more like, whoa.
Yeah.
So that was, like, my goal. So even after, like, when we got back to the hotel and we were, like, telling our friends about the whole experience, we're both like, instead of having J-Bum shook, you had Jackson shook. So that's what I like to tell myself. I feel like that's it.
Yeah, that's about
Yeah,
it.
our high touch experience was, like, the only thing we really needed to touch on.
Mm-hmm, like, damn.
But high touch was amazing. And then we're trying to go to BAP,
And
Shiny, one and Red Velvet.
Red Velvet's coming in South by Southwest.
And then I want to try and go to KCON this year. So,
I'm probably not going to be able to.
yeah, I'm going to try. My family wanted to take, like, a trip out of it, and I'm just like, y'all can go to Disney World. I'll go to KCON. So that's what we're trying to figure out. But hopefully this year we're going to be able to go to more concerts, so more vlogs.
Mm-hmm.
So we're trying. Our first one would definitely be BAP. She'd probably have high touch.
Shiny.
Shiny before BAP?
Shiny is March 24th. BAP's is April 14th.
For some reason I thought BAP's was first because tickets go on sale first.
Nah, I don't know why.
Weird. So yeah, Shiny first and then BAP.
Mm-hmm. I already bought my Matoki. It should be coming this week.
Yeah.
Tickets go on sale tomorrow, so I'm going to try to get high touch.
Yes.
Because
I might or might not have high touch. Because I get paid at the end of this month. So I'll buy a ticket and then at the end I'll see where that goes.
Yay. Yay.
But for Shiny, for sure, we want to have
good seats. P1, P2. Because it's all seating, or it's all sitting.
So that'll be better for us.
Mm-hmm. And then it's at the Verizon Theater, and it'll be like the Got7 concert.
Yeah.
Where even P2 was sitting like really close to the front. If you haven't seen my videos, sitting P2 Got7.
Even like my P3 ticket was really good.
Yeah, because it's just a small venue.
Yeah, the layout of the Verizon Theater was really nice.
Mm-hmm. Like when I saw EXO, I had P3.
So I feel like no matter what with Shiny, we would have good
tickets.
Seats.
Yeah.
BAP, I don't know where the BAP concert is.
Majestic Theater.
Majestic Theater.
It's downtown.
Okay. I don't think I've never been to that one.
Me neither. I think Teen Top went there last year.
Oh, then that's a small theater then.
Yeah, Teen Top went there last year, and BAP was there last year also, but
so it's bound to be
Verizon
good.
Theater. Yeah,
it's bound to be good. But yeah. And then with South by Southwest, we'd probably be more towards the back, but it would still be worth it.
Mm-hmm.
So don't expect. Keep your fingers crossed that there's more vlogs.
For us. Keep your fingers crossed for us.
Yes. Because honestly, going to like concerts and everything like that, it is a lot of fun. Like even just the fan meet.
Mm-hmm. A lot of fun.
The fandom is really nice.
August is really nice.
Yeah, August is really nice. I would love to meet more babies. Because I'm low-key a baby.
I'm a low-key baby too.
I'm a low-key baby. I love Zello. He's like... So... But I've heard good things about babies, so... Hopefully we do get to experience that.
Mm-hmm.
Shaywolves are like on another level.
Yeah, they're probably not all old, but they're all older K-pop fans.
They're like on another level, so hopefully it would be nice to meet some of them.
Mm-hmm.
With South by Southwest, there's like a bunch of different
people going. Like
Red Velvet, Hyolyn, Yoonmi Dae, and Tiger JK. So it's like just a mix of people. So we're anticipating that. And then we said that there's some groups that we would want to see, like, if they do a tour here. So we're gonna wait and see who else gets announced.
Salty at EXO.
True. Yeah, we said that if EXO came down this year, we'd want to go. They did come down, just
not in Texas.
Not in Texas. So, yeah, but there have been more like music companies that bring groups down. They've been hinting at a lot of stuff and saying that they're gonna bring more people on, especially since K-pop's getting bigger.
It is. It's crazy.
There's a lot of things to expect. Especially with KCON.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they keep announcing KCON in new places.
Like, KCON in Mexico. BTS is going.
Yeah.
Like, can I go?
So it's like, can KCON Dallas be next? KCON Dallas would be awesome. We'd definitely go.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something to look forward to. But I mean, you never know.
You never know.
Because I honestly never assumed that there would be a KCON in Mexico City. Like, a lot of groups go to Mexico City, but I never thought, like, they'd have a KCON in Mexico City.
I think because it's a cold country. Like, there's already 2 KCONs in America.
True.
Like, we need to expand our horizons.
Yeah, they have been expanding their horizons. And maybe now that, like, KCON's on the rise.
K-pop.
Oh, yeah, K-pop is on the rise.
More groups, more people.
More stops. You can only hope.
Yeah.
So I'm actually really excited for the KCON lineup this year.
I wonder who's going to be on it. As a different talk. A different video.
Yeah, a different video. So we'll see y'all later.
Yes. Bye. Say bye.